Recognizing the member for Richmond North Centre.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today, I rise to talk about a matter of concern to many British Columbians, including in my riding of Richmond North Centre, the worsening state of our streets and its impact on families, small businesses, and the overall community. In Richmond, the crime severity index has more than doubled over 6 years, rising by a staggering 135%. The growing severity of crime is cause for concern for many in our community. Let's look at the numbers. The nonviolent crime rate has surged by a shocking 158%, while violent crime severity has risen by 47% from 2016 to 2022. These are not just statistics. They represent real incidents, real victims, and real harm done to people in our community. These are facts that must be taken very seriously. We have seen headlines about homicides, assaults, and robberies. We have witnessed incidents like the horrifying Valentine's Day attack in Richmond. These events are not just data points. They represent the very real pain and suffering of our fellow British Columbians. The number of residential, commercial, and vehicle breaking and entering, mail theft and bike theft cases in Richmond has more than doubled from 955 cases from January to October in 2021 to 2,064 cases in 2023 in the same period. I find incredibly concerning that members of this House, especially those from Richmond, continue to dismiss the reality of worsening public safety all across the Lower Mainland. We continue to hear from small businesses and various community organizations about the impact that rising crime, vandalism, and other theft have on their well-being. In addition to the direct impact on people, we are also seeing the economic impact of this rise in crime. A survey of 500 businesses revealed that 9% might not survive another year under these conditions, and 17% believe they can barely hang on for 1 year. We need to address these safety concerns, not only for our residents, but also for the sake of our local economy. These are real instances of someone being impacted by crime on our streets. British Columbians are worried. In the absence of action from provincial leaders, public safety coalitions such as Save Our Streets are working together to raise awareness of the impacts of rising crime and calling for government action to step up to end the growing crisis in communities across the province. The group notes how SOS is an internationally recognized signal for distress, and the formation of the coalition is, I quote, sending the distress alarm, unquote. This distress is felt everywhere. Save Our Street Coalition has also said that British Columbians are, I quote, afraid to walk in their own streets and shopping districts, unquote, even mentioning that employees fear being assaulted while at work. From small businesses which are forced to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars to protect themselves from worsening public safety, to locally born giants such as Aritzia and Lululemon, and business groups like the Great Vancouver Board of Trade are all responding to this growing crisis as members of this coalition. When local businesses feel the need to organize and collectively call for more support, that is an indication that the current approach just isn't working. It's not just safety on our streets. British Columbians aren't safe or secure when it comes to their ability to afford housing, access healthcare, and put food on their tables. The soaring cost of living, coupled with disasters on the fronts of housing, mental health, and economic development, is driving more British Columbians into homelessness. In fact, after 7 years, homelessness is worse than ever in our province. These record-breaking levels of homelessness include a 131% increase in Richmond alone since 2017. This cannot be a new normal. Richmond is not only alone in this worrying increase, as Merritt, for example, has seen a shocking 509% increase in homelessness. The evidence is on our streets for all to see. The current approaches to housing affordability and public safety just aren't working. For the first time since CARS began in 2005, every sub-region in Metro Vancouver saw an increase in homelessness. The numbers don't lie. Metro Vancouver's homelessness increased by 34% from 2017 to 2023, with alarming rises in Burnaby at 203%, Delta increasing by 132%, and Surrey by 76%. This is alarming. Something more must be done to look after our most vulnerable here in BC. Clearly, it's time for not just action to address issues, but tangible results to improve the lives and safety of all British Columbians. People are looking for help and reassurance during an incredibly challenging time. Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I look forward to hearing from the government about their perspective on these pressing issues.